As a first step for Program 5 in Unit 5, we'd like to run through Pride and Prejudice and keep a count of how many times each word appears. I've imported the module called my, because it contains the cleaned up function, and I'll use that in reading the file. I'll be compiling a dictionary called counts. The keys will be words, and the value associated with each word will be the number of times it appears. Here's the standard pattern. Open a connection to the file and give it a name. Run one by one through the lines in the file, and for each line run one by one through the words. To get the words, clean up the line using the cleaned up function to get rid of punctuation, and then use split to divide it into words. Once we have a word, we check to see if it's already in the dictionary. If so, we increase the value by 1. If the word is not already in the dictionary, this is the first time we're seeing it, in which case the current count is 1. Now we have a dictionary that contains the counts for all words. What we're going to produce now is a list of lists. Each item in the list will have two components. The first is a count, and the second is a word ending in ing. If this is an item in the list, it says that the word talking appears 4 times. We'll call this list ing words and start it out empty. Then we'd like to go one by one through the words in our counts dictionary. When we use for with a dictionary here, this goes one by one through the keys, and the keys in counts are the words. For each word, we'd like to check to see if it's an ing word. We'll take a slice going from the third to last character up to the end, that is, the last 3 characters, and check to see if they are ing. If so, we'll add it to our list. The ing words list gets one new item, which is a 2-item list. The first is the value, the number of times the word appears, and the second is the word itself. At this point, we have all of the ing words in a list. We can put them in order based on the number of times each appears using sort. Now the first things in the list will have low counts, and the last thing in the lists will have large counts. We'd like to print the last 5 things in the list. Those are the ones with the highest counts. Start 5 back and go to the end. Here's our program. Let's try it out. We have an error. Cleaned up comes from the my module. Let's try again. Now the program works correctly. The most common ing word is nothing, and it's used 177 times. The 5 most common words are morning, anything, having, being, and nothing.